What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I will be diving into the first 3 episodes of Ironheart. If you are new here, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're returning, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that alert bell so you never miss another one of my nerdy videos. Now, if you don't like Ironheart for any reason, this video may not be for you. I want you to hear me out, though. I want you to hear me out. The review bombing didn't work. I know why a lot of people review bomb this show. I want all the smoke. I know why y'all did it. You may not want to admit it, but I know why you did it. I know why you did it. I've seen all the dumb complaints. Oh, Riri's a criminal. So are the Guardians of the Galaxy. You had no problem with it. So was Ant-Man. Literally became Ant-Man because he stole the suit. You didn't have a problem with it. You didn't have a problem with it at all. So yeah, I've seen all the dumb complaints. I don't care for them. This show, the first 3 episodes, they were a blast. The first 3 episodes are titled "Take Me Home." Will the real Natalie please stand up? And "We in Danger, Girl." Now, let me preface this by saying the first episode was kind of slow to get into. We're getting introduced to all these different characters. Riri's mother, seeing the people from MIT, seeing the teacher from MIT that we haven't seen since Captain America Civil War. That was an interesting treat. I loved the camaraderie between her teacher, between Dean Choi and Professor Wilkes, I should say, that's his name. I loved that whole little exchange. Finding out that, we knew what Riri was doing because she was doing it in Wakanda Forever, helping other schools, basically cheating, doing homework, making money, hustling. She's from Chicago. Out here in Chicago, we hustle by any means necessary. She wants to do something iconic. She needed the money to do it. She went out there and experienced Wakanda and see how they do it. So hey, she wanted to do it herself. She gets expelled from MIT. Boom, that sucks. But she goes home to Chicago. Before she goes home to Chicago, she takes her work with her. The only problem that she did have is the fact that she used the school's AI to power that and to power the suit. We see that once the school basically kicks her out the system, she crash lands. The suit dismantles. It gets completely trashed. Now, while she's doing that, we also see that the Hood's crew, Parker Robbins, is out, committing one of their heists. They rob from the rich to make themselves richer. They don't give it to the poor. That's what they do. And the entire crew is really cool. Like I like that cast of characters. You have the Blood siblings, who are basically the muscle. You have Clown, is the pyrotechnic specialist. You have Slug, the hacker from Madripoor, and yeah, she's a former drag queen who wants to redistribute wealth from the privileged to the Chicago community. You also have John, aka JR, Parker Robbins' cousin. Yeah, and he's the muscle. And then you have Parker Robbins, who has this magical cape that can make him invisible for as long as he holds his breath, and he seems to have some type of enhanced strength. So yeah, that's also cool. Robbins is from the Chicago neighborhood Humboldt Park. He was raised by his mother. It's really cool. The fact that this show is set in Chicago, my hometown. Yes, we have a lot of shows about Chicago. We have The Chi. We have the Chicago 1 series. Shameless was set in Chicago. We even have a spinoff of Power set in Chicago. We haven't had a superhero show set in Chicago in the MCU. We have a Marvel Studios show set in my city. That's dope to me. That's super dope to me. This show is unapologetically black, and I saw some people complaining about the way she talks. That's Chicago slang. Like, she's using legitimate Chicago slang. I have no problem with it. I loved seeing my city in the MCU. Like, some of the iconic spots is really dope. In this episode, we also get introduced to the person that she replaces, Stuart, who wants to be called Rampage. It's funny that they know each other from a Discord. That's hilarious. We also meet Obadiah Stane's son, Ezekiel Stane. He wants to basically rid himself of his father's legacy. We find out that there is a fake story. Nobody really knows how he died. Nobody knows that he was Ironmonger. They just have a story that he died in a plane crash. Him and Riri, they have a interesting friendship. He basically he blackmails her in a good way. He says, "I'll just tell you, mom, what you've been doing, buying all this tech off the black market, yada yada yada." I like their camaraderie. I like their camaraderie. He is played by Alden Enric. We know him. We know him from the Han Solo story. We know him from the Han Solo spinoff. So it's always cool to see. I'm glad to see him still working, and he's bringing this character to life. I can't wait to see what they do with Ezekiel Stain. We know his story, but yeah, I can't wait to see what they do. His alias that he used was terrible, though. I just have to say it was terrible, guys. All in all, the show picked up around episode 3. Riri ends up getting John killed. Parker Robbins, the Hood's plan starts to go awry. The guy that they were going to rob, basically, he was waiting for them. He was waiting for them the whole time, and we know that Riri has her own secret plan using some biomesh tech to try to get a piece of the Hood because she wants to know how to take Parker down. She got involved with this crew. The way that they tested her should have, tipped her off that these are not good people. These are not good people whatsoever. But yeah, she just wants money. She wants to build something iconic. She was only in it for a couple of heists, but her good old AI, her best friend Natalie, is leading her on the right path. Now, I love the way that they did this. It is comic book accurate that Natalie shows up as an AI, but piloting the suit and helping her, it was Tony Stark's AI. So replacing it with Natalie, who has a more personal relationship with her, I think that's really dope. I loved that aspect of it. I love that aspect. They didn't miss a beat. The fact that Riri hasn't caught on to the fact that this AI was made from her memories. So of course she's gonna know how to calm Riri down when she has her panic attacks. She's gonna know certain memories and certain things that happened in her life. She's gonna know that this is Natalie, and I love that. I'm loving the personal issues of it all. That Riri still hasn't coped with her stepfather and Natalie's death. She has not been back to the garage. She got mad at her mom for shutting down the garage, but at the same time, you have not tried to go back there yourself and face that. The drive-by shooting, hearing about all of that, seeing all of that, seeing my boy Leroy Hawkins. Hey, I don't know him personally, but I love him on Chicago PD, and it was great to see him in this. In the MCU, it was great to see him getting more and more work. I wish we could have seen more of him. Maybe we will as the next 3 episodes come out, but it was good to see him as Riri's stepfather. I love her mom's character, and Chris Summers is in the show too as one of the neighbors. I thought that was really, really cool. Like seeing Chris Summers. This show, like I said, is unapologetically black. That's so cool to me. That's so cool to me. Might I just say about Riri and Natalie's relationship? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Riri and Natalie's little brother. Is there something that I'm feeling like there's something more there? Like they have so much chemistry. Dominique Thorne is an amazing actress. They have so much chemistry, and yeah, I'm glad she's getting her chance to shine. I'm glad people are giving this show a real chance, because honestly, Disney dropped the ball with the promotion. Disney dropped the ball with the rollout, but I'm glad people are giving the show a real chance. Just getting these 3 episodes and getting to episode 3. Getting to episode 3, the craziest episode, had me on the edge of my seat. I did not watch all 3 in one sitting. Like I said over on TikTok, I had a rehearsal. Everybody knows I'm a drummer by profession. I had a rehearsal that night, so I could only watch episodes 1 and 2 because I was tired. But when I got to episode 3, I wanted more. I was mad. I was so mad that it ended like that. Riri lost the biomesh. She could get Zeke in trouble. She got John killed. And whatever deity is powering Parker revealed that it was Riri's fault. She's in some deep, deep trouble. She's having a panic attack. The way that, man, and the fact that Natalie is going all in. Natalie tried to warn her. She's in some deep trouble. The whole thing with John pulling that knife out on her, trying to kill her, not realizing that you're both suffocating in that room because of what Parker did. Although Parker figured out a way out of it, Riri had to sit there while Parker beat up all of those security guards. She witnessed him kill that CEO. And well, I mean, the CEO had them dead to rights. Tried to set his greenhouses on fire. You thought their plan was gonna work, dog? People know what you're doing, Parker. But hey, you had a failsafe. You had a failsafe, which is crazy. You had a failsafe, and the failsafe. I guess you were the failsafe because you didn't plan on the CEO having a failsafe. But then you kill him. You kill him. Riri's seen everything. She got a piece of the hood. John saw her with a piece of the hood. They fight it out. She leaves him to die, which is insane. It was insane, and you could tell she did not want to do that. But she had no choice. She had to tell Parker that John was dead. John finds out, like I said, man, episode 3 was so good. It was so good. I can't wait for next Tuesday so we can finish this Ironheart saga. I really, really hope that the show ends strong. I give episode 1 a solid 7.5 out of 10. Episode 2 is a solid 8.5 out of 10 for me. But episode 3 is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 all day. I love this show. I love the show. I love the character. I'm glad she's here. I'm glad we're finally getting this story. We should have got this story back in 2022. This show is still set in 2025 in the MCU. And in the MCU right now, we're like in like 2027 or 2028. Like it's crazy. But guys, let me know what you thought about Ironheart in the comment section down below. Let me know all your thoughts, your questions, your theories. I want to hear it all. And if you have something negative to say, tell it to your mama. I'll catch you guys later.